that point, we get into a time of mourning the death of a loved one. There are two emotions, inescapable part of our living: grief and sorrow. It is at that point we are reminded that everyone born of a woman must taste the bitter kiss of death. The loss of a parent, a spouse, a child, a friend, a colleague, a sibling will definitely evoke grief and sorrow differently in terms of the time taken to grieve them and the pain that is the emotional and psychological pain. For simple reason, they meant different things to us. We related differently, we had different levels of connection. For instance, the death of a parent, it can be particularly painful because deep down we all know no one can replace, no one can take their place. They are more of a one fit. And then you look at the death of a spouse. When an adult child has matured over time and they take up a partner in marriage, what happens automatically? They cut free from the emotional attachment to their parents, letting them go as a primary source of support, a primary source of affirmation, as their confidant and probably advisors. And so they take up their partner who now takes up the place of a supporter, an affirmer, a confidant, an advisor. And therefore the death of a spouse would make one feel torn apart, like part of them has died with their spouse. The question is, how do you overcome the waves of sadness? Those memories, they could be good memories or bad memories, and the fact that they are no longer going to be on the face of the earth, that's the most painful thing. One way is to cry your tears. Don't be ashamed. Be compassionate with yourself. It is okay. Don't be impatient, embarrassed. Don't apologize for your tears, because such is expected. Your tears and outbursts, emotional outbursts of sorrow are a natural, healthy reaction, and therefore don't suppress your feelings. Number 2, slow down. Take your quiet times and sort out your memories. Express your gratitude. You have something to be grateful for the years you've spent together. Count your blessings with them. Name them one by one. Express where it hurts, how it hurt. If it is anger, let it out. Are you afraid? Express the fear. In the most unpolished way, don't educate, don't civilize your feelings. Release them as you feel them, as you experience them. Number 3, release the loved one in prayers. Release them in prayers.
We thank God for the time He has been with us. Or I can say, rest well, Chief. God bless you all.
Let them go. Let them rest. It is time for them to rest. Number 4, choose life. Don't allow your feelings to rule the day. It is okay to mourn. It is okay to grieve. It's okay to be sorrowful, but don't allow it to rule the day. What I simply mean is, allow your feelings to live by acknowledging your feelings. Practice mindfulness. Simply put, befriend your emotions. Live the day, live the moment. Then number 5, recruit the right social support. Now the question here will be, when is the right time? And who is the right social support? Mine is only to guide. You have a hole, a void inside that is begging to be filled. You know, that aching loneliness. So if you are going to rush to try and fill it with anything or anybody, heartache, loading. It's good you take time to cut free emotionally from whatever quality of oneness or separateness you had with your late spouse. And I would take that again. I would guide with all respect that you don't rush to fill that void, that aching loneliness with just anything or anybody, because that is a heartache loading. I advise you take your time to cut free emotionally from whatever quality of oneness or separateness you had with your late spouse. Remember, you had some familiarity, and you practiced identifications with your loved one. So give such time to die, so that if you're getting into a new relationship, it is going to have a healthy future, because it's a relationship developed from a base of mutual friendship and sharing. It is not pressure that is making you need the other person. So if it is time to mourn and grieve, don't run away from it. Take your time. There is time for everything under the sun.